Periva Sharanam. Today we are going to learn the 19th sloka of Soundarya Lahari. As usual, we will be reciting the 16th, 17th, 18th shlokas once, and then we will be learning the 19th shloka.
Kavindranam chetaha kamalavana balataparuchim bhajante ye santaha katichidarunameva bhavatim virinchi preyasyaha tarunatara shringara lahari गभीराभिर्वाग्भिः विदधति सतां रञ्जनममी सवित्रीभिर्वाचां शशिमणिशिलाभङ्गरुचिभिः वशिन्याद्याभिस्त्वां सह जननि सञ्चिन्तयति यः सकर्ता काव्यानां भवति महतां भङ्गिरुचिभिः वचोभिर्वाग्देवी वदनकमलामोदमधुरैः तनुच्छायाभिस्ते तरुणतरणिश्रीसरणिभिः दिवं सर्वावुर्वीम् अरुणिमणिमग्नां स्मरति यः भवन्त्यस्यत्रस्यत् वनहरिणशालीननयनाः सहोर्वश्यावश्याः कति कति न गीर्वाणगणिकाः
मुखं बिन्दुं कृत्वा
मुखं बिन्दुं कृत्वा मुखं बिन्दुं कृत्वा
कुचयुगमधस्तस्य तदधः
कुचयुगमधस्तस्य तदधः कुचयुगमधस्तस्य तदधः
हरार्धं ध्यायेद्यः
हरार्धं ध्यायेद्यः हरार्धं ध्यायेद्यः
हरमहिषिते मन्मथकलाम्
हरमहिषिते मन्मथकलाम् हरमहिषिते मन्मथकलाम्
ससद्यः संक्षोभम्
ससद्यः संक्षोभम् ससद्यः संक्षोभम्
नयति वनिता इत्यतिलघु
नयति वनिता इत्यतिलघु नयति वनिता इत्यतिलघु
त्रिलोकीमप्याशु
त्रिलोकीमप्याशु त्रिलोकीमप्याशु
भ्रमयति रवीन्दुस्तनयुगाम्
भ्रमयति रवीन्दुस्तनयुगाम् भ्रमयति रवीन्दुस्तनयुगाम्
मुखं बिन्दुं कृत्वा कुचयुगमधस्तस्य तदधः
मुखं बिन्दुं कृत्वा कुचयुगमधस्तस्य तदधः मुखं बिन्दुं कृत्वा कुचयुगमधस्तस्य तदधः
हरार्धं ध्यायेद्यः हरमहिषिते मन्मथकलाम्
हरार्धं ध्यायेद्यः हरमहिषिते मन्मथकलाम् हरार्धं ध्यायेद्यः हरमहिषिते मन्मथकलाम्
ससद्यः संक्षोभं नयति वनिता इत्यतिलघु
ससद्यः संक्षोभं नयति वनिता इत्यतिलघु ससद्यः संक्षोभं नयति वनिता इत्यतिलघु
त्रिलोकीमप्याशु भ्रमयति रवीन्दुस्तनयुगाम्
त्रिलोकीमप्याशु भ्रमयति रवीन्दुस्तनयुगाम् त्रिलोकीमप्याशु भ्रमयति रवीन्दुस्तनयुगाम्
मुखं बिन्दुं कृत्वा कुचयुगमधस्तस्य तदधः हरार्धं ध्यायेद्यः हरमहिषिते मन्मथकलाम्
मुखं बिन्दुं कृत्वा कुचयुगमधस्तस्य तदधः हरार्धं ध्यायेद्यः हरमहिषिते मन्मथकलाम् मुखं बिन्दुं कृत्वा कुचयुगमधस्तस्य तदधः हरार्धं ध्यायेद्यः हरमहिषिते मन्मथकलाम्
ससद्यः संक्षोभं नयति वनिता इत्यतिलघु त्रिलोकीमप्याशु भ्रमयति रवीन्दुस्तनयुगाम्
ससद्यः संक्षोभं नयति वनिता इत्यतिलघु त्रिलोकीमप्याशु भ्रमयति रवीन्दुस्तनयुगाम् ससद्यः संक्षोभं नयति वनिता इत्यतिलघु त्रिलोकीमप्याशु भ्रमयति रवीन्दुस्तनयुगाम्
मुखं बिन्दुं कृत्वा कुचयुगमधस्तस्य तदधः हरार्धं ध्यायेद्यः हरमहिषिते मन्मथकलाम् ससद्यः संक्षोभं नयति वनिता इत्यतिलघु त्रिलोकीमप्याशु भ्रमयति रवीन्दुस्तनयुगाम्
मुखं बिन्दुं कृत्वा कुचयुगमधस्तस्य तदधः हरार्धं ध्यायेद्यः हरमहिषिते मन्मथकलाम् ससद्यः संक्षोभं नयति वनिता इत्यतिलघु त्रिलोकीमप्याशु भ्रमयति रवीन्दुस्तनयुगाम् मुखं बिन्दुं कृत्वा कुचयुगमधस्तस्य तदधः ईशिते मन्मथकलाम् ससद्यः संक्षोभम् नयति वनिता इत्यतिलघु त्रिलोकीमप्याशु भ्रमयति रवीन्दुस्तनयुगाम्.
Before we learn the meaning of the shloka, there are certain rules that one must know regarding Soundarya Lahari, because not all shlokas can be explained explicitly, especially when we are learning it through a medium of social media, unlike a Guru Sishya system where the Guru can explain the meanings of the shlokas, as the Guru can judge how far the Sishya has advanced in his sadhana and mental maturity in order to receive such in-depth explanations. So, there might be situations, as in this case, where we might just be splitting the words and giving a basic meaning and leaving it there. Sometimes it happens that people get curious because we do not explain the meaning of the shloka fully, and thereby go and search for meanings in other books or media. As they say, curiosity kills the cat. It would be wise to refrain from such practices. As said earlier, these type of shlokas are to be understood fully only with the proper and direct advice and instruction of a guru, and not otherwise. On this topic, Periva says that Acharya, while composing shlokas like these, has had the thought that ordinary people such as ourselves by mistake should not tread the wrong path and fall into unnecessary trouble. For example, in case of Sri Yantra Aradhana, there are several restrictions or niyamas, that is, rules that must be followed very strictly. Failure to do so would only prove a recipe for disaster. To prevent such situations, Acharya, out of pure compassion towards mortals like us, has warned people at the end of these shlokas not to take any unwarranted actions or steps and get into trouble. Where can we go wrong? Periva has already told us about the procedures to be followed while doing Sri Yantra Aradhana, and the first 41 shlokas or Soundarya deals in the same subject. The next 59 shlokas deal with Ambal's Keshadi Pada Varnana, that is, description of Ambal's beauty and grace from head to toe, and the divine relationship between Kameshwari and Parameshwara, which must not only be misunderstood, which should not be read like a novel or equated to watching a movie for entertainment. Even though the people who lived during Acharya's time were most pure souls and understood the shlokas for its true intent, Acharya has cautioned that one must not approach these verses wrongly, even by mistake. Periva says, even now, maximum number of people who practice and who want to learn Soundarya Lahari do it with a pure mind. However, I can only say maximum number of people, not everyone, because in recent times there are not only those who learn Soundarya Lahari out of bhakti, but also they say they are doing it for research purposes, and some people are just curious and so they read it. There are also some people who read it purely for the purpose of criticizing it. Hence, we will reiterate it again here that the learner's minds and hearts should have pure intent and steady mind and keep their thoughts away from worldly pleasures. Now, it is quite possible for people to question this mode of our teaching. However, Periva himself answers this question and says that Shloka Parayanam does not necessarily require initiation by a guru. But there are few important shlokas which does not fall into this category. That is Lalita Sahasranamam, Lalita Trishati Slokam, and Tirumurugatrupadai in Tamil. These shlokas will have to be given only by a guru. If not possible, the person who wants to recite it will have to approach some very respected person or someone who has great bhakti towards Ambal and who is a elder person to them, and ask them to say it 3 times. They can repeat it with them or at least hear it from them, and then they can start practicing it or do Parayanam of these shlokas. That is why in our YouTube channel, we are making it a point so that our Guru is saying the shloka and disciples are repeating it twice and you are hearing it for 3 times. By this way, though it might not be the best way to do it, it is not something that is disallowed. In the same way, we will not be able to do Lalita Trishati Slokam as well, as Periva has told in one of his discourses that Lalita Trishati Slokam contains the Bijakshara mantra of Ambal, and therefore it is not advisable to take it as a Parayanam by ourselves. So, it is important to go and learn it only from a guru by taking proper diksha or proper initiation. Now, coming back to our 19th shloka. This particular shloka is a continuation of the previous shloka where a person who is doing upasana of Ambal is attracted by even very, very beautiful Devaloka woman. But the reality was given by Periva that this Vashyam etc. does not happen with Upasakas. This shloka also talks about some of the aspects or maybe some other aspects of this particular attraction of women to this sadhaka or practitioner. Periva has spoken exactly one line about the shloka. He says, if all the 3 worlds take the form of a lady and the Upasaka attracts this lady towards him, we may understand that the Upasaka reaches the highest level of realization. That is, he realizes that the whole of the prapancha is inside him. He develops the Advaita Bhava and becomes a jnani. That means that he realizes that there is nothing that is outside of him and he is not different from what is there outside. Now we will split the words and learn them. Here we may learn the meanings of those words which can be told directly and the others must be left, and whenever Ambal herself decides, she will show us a proper guru and show us the real meaning of these verses as well. The first line, Mukham bindum kritva kuchayuga madhastasya tadadaha. In some of the versions, there might be tadadho. If it is dho, it is to be connected with the next line. But here we are going to be using it as tadadaha. Mukham is face. Bindum. Bindum is a small dot or a point. We would have heard this word bindu in relation to Sri Chakra, where the center point of the Sri Chakra is called as bindu. Kritva, to make. That is, by making the face into a bindu or a dot. The next words can be split as Kucha Yugam Adaha Tasya Tat Adaha. We are not going into the meaning of these words. We are going to be just teaching you to split it, which is Kucha Yugam Adaha Tasya Tat Adaha, which when said together becomes Kucha Yuga Madhastasya Tadadaha. The next line is Harardham Dhyayedyaha Haramahishite Mannatha Kalam. Harardham is Haraha and Ardhaha. Ardhaha meaning half as applicable in Ardhanari, where one part is Shiva and another part is Shakti. Ardha is half, Nari is a woman. So, Shiva is half Shakti. Thus, Harardham denotes Ambal being half of Haran or Parameshwaran. This has other different meanings also, but we are not going to deal with it in this shloka. The next one is Dhyayetyaha. Dhyayet means to meditate upon. Yaha is the person who does this. That is, the one who meditates upon the form of Ambal as she is half of Haran, and the next word is Haramahishi as the grand queen of Parameshwara, where Parameshwara is the king. So she is the queen consort of the king Parameshwara. Te. Next is Te, your. Manmatha Kalam. There is a Rupam of Ambal called Kamakala Rupam, which is to be learnt only by the instruction and initiation of a Guru. He will only be able to explain this Rupam of Ambal with proper understanding for your benefit. So, the one who meditates upon such Kamakala Rupam of Ambal, the next word is Saha Sadhyaha, that is Sasadhyaha. Saha Sadhyaha is Saha is he, Sadhyaha is immediately, instantaneously. Samkshobham Nayati. Samkshobham means creating a kind of restlessness or creating some kind of agitation in the mind. This person who is meditating upon the form of Ambal, he instantaneously creates a kind of agitation or restlessness in the mind of who? Vanita. Vanita means women. And how he does it? Iti ati laghu. Iti means and for this. Ati laghu. Laghu means easily. Ati laghu means very, very easily. Now we'll go to the next line. Triloki mapyashu Brahmayati Ravindustanayugam. Triloki mabhyashu. It is split as Trilokim api. That is, Trilokim means three worlds. We know that. So, the maidens of these three worlds, because in the previous line, Vanita has come. So, the maidens of the three worlds or the three worlds altogether is personified as one woman. As told by Periva, it is personified as women. The next part of this word is Ashu Brahmayati. This Triloki Mapyashu Brahmayati is split as Trilokim Api Ashu Brahmayati. Trilokim Api we saw. Ashu Brahmayati. Quickly deludes. Ashu is quickly. In a minute. He thinks very instantly. Brahmayati is to make it delusional. The next words are Ravindustana Yugam. Ravi Industana Yugam. The meaning of these words are not to be said directly now, to be learnt under the instruction of a guru. The most important takeaway of this shloka is that a upasaka first has to respect women. An upasaka of Ambal respects women. He thinks every lady as either his daughter, sister, mother, and he respects them in that way. So, if each and every one of them is like that, the problem of having a woman abuse will be totally out. So, he will see every woman as the Swarupam of Ambal. This bhava is the main objective and goal of Ambal Upasana. Periva Sharanam.